Good morning, everybody. Linda Bragg here, which you probably knew that. I probably didn't have to tell you. Well, I hope you're all having a great morning. Being Thursday morning, my husband's out golfing. He's not golfing tomorrow, and he'll be golfing again Saturday. I'm glad he does that. It gives him something to do, keeps him busy, and so that's a good thing. Anyway, I'm just here to talk to you a little bit about some stuff. And some just little things. Anyway, and you know what? My hummingbirds are gone. I miss them. I always looked out the window and seen them, and now they're gone. They left last Friday. So I put all my hummingbird stuff up and cleaned it all up for next year. So till then, I'll just have to watch pretty little videos on Facebook or wherever on my little hummingbirds. But I have the blue jays coming now, so I'll probably put me some little stuff out in the tree out there for my birds. I don't put up a feeder anymore because of the cats. I don't want to bait the birds for the cats. I won't do that. So anyway, I'll be putting some suet or something out there in the tree for them, and that way they can have their little treat. So I'll do that this year for my little birds. Hopefully the cats will stay away from there. And I just want to share some things with you. First off, my husband's colonoscopy went well. He did have some polyps, and they want him back in 2 years. And of course, they always say they're precancerous, most likely. So he'll get that report back in the mail. They said the pathology report will come in the mail, so he'll get that. And then we'll know more about it. But I don't know about y'all, but it's not something I like doing, and I can't do them because my body just doesn't accept colonoscopies the way my intestines are. So I have to do a bare minima, which is not fun, and I don't like doing them. And I probably won't do them unless it's absolutely an emergency, because they are not fun at all. Nothing like a colonoscopy. But anyway, today I was listening to a video, and a lady remarked about a doctor, Dr. Darrin Schmidt, S-C-H-M-I-D-T, and he was talking about some stuff, regarding the way I eat, meats and good fats, basically. And so one of the things I'll tell you, yesterday when my husband got done with his colonoscopy, we went to Golden Corral. So I filled my plate up with this like meatloaf and sausage and a piece of chicken that was dry, and I didn't eat it. It was really bad. And something else I put on my plate. It was good for me. Eggs. Yeah, they had the egg breakfast type thing, so I had the scrambled eggs. And we had a roll. And then I decided, okay, what I'm going to do for dessert. I like their mocha. They have a mocha, I think it's a little pie cake thing that they have, and it's so good. And it's not too sweet. It's just perfect. Then have it. So I decided to go with my husband's carrot cake that he always likes. Wrong decision. We had to stop at Food Line after we got done eating. Thank goodness they had a bathroom up front. That's where I headed. I tell you, the sugar and the carbs, when you're not used to them and you start eating them, especially the processed ones, because of all the garbage that's in there, and that's kind of what I'm going to focus on today. And I know you hate hearing this. You probably say, does she always have to talk about this? I do. I got a lot of friends right now who's in a lot of pain, inflammation-wise, with gout, sciatic nerve, all this stuff. I'm concerned about them. It's because I care about them. I got families having the same things. I care about you. That's why I want you to understand I'm not doing this just to be vain. I'm doing it because I care and love you, and I want you well, and I want you to feel good. I want you to get rid of your hip pains. My hip pain finally has left. And I think a lot of that has to do with me now eating my collagen supplements that I'm taking. I'm taking the collagen supplements and my organ meat supplements, which, hey, seem to be doing great for me. So my nails are getting harder. I actually polished them the other day, and they're starting to get long, and that don't happen, and they're stronger than they've ever been in a long, long time. Plus, I'm down to 144 pounds the other day, which I was happy about that. Not that I go at 145 today. Probably go with the junk I ate yesterday. But that's it. I had the one meal yesterday and didn't eat nothing else other than my pork rinds when I got home and some strawberries and I think some Ready Whip, and that was all. But because I was trying to fast along with my husband, so I didn't want to eat in front of him because I know that's hard when you're fasting and people's eating in front of you. I care enough about him not to do that. So what I decided to do is I ate while he was golfing, enough that sustained me. When he came home, he had his Jello, and I was good. I didn't have to eat, so I was fine. So, in saying all this, this Darrin Schmidt is a doctor, and he talks about your mitochondria. Mitochondria is a very important thing in your body, and it's the way your body reacts to basically foods. It talks about how the sugar in your how the sugar burning and the lactate and alcohol fermentation is hard on your body and not good for your body. And a lot of people don't believe that cancer feeds on sugar. Well, it does. We got to get our body in its right alkalinity, which is what the ketosis thing is. He talks about all of this stuff, and he wants people to understand this isn't just a bunch of bunk, because it's not good. Lactate acid in your body is not a good thing. It's a very bad thing. It's acid that you don't need there. So you got to, here's the problem. Yeah, you're given pills from the doctor to help your symptom. It's not taking your symptom away. How do you get rid of that symptom? By eating the right foods. Don't be eating a lot of sugar and processed foods. It plays havoc on your body. I know you hate to hear this, and I hate to have to tell you this, but so do other doctors, but it's true. And he was talking about how, what happens in our medical society with doctors. They are forced to do these drugs to you, or they are considered outcast, to the physician world. And there are some doctors right now who don't care. They want you well. They're trying to get you well by telling you, quit eating these things and drinking these things that are bad for you. Processed foods, processed drinks. My husband can see this when he does things he shouldn't do with his sugar. But it's up to him to change, not me to change him. So that's why I cook the way I cook, and he eats what I cook. But otherwise, when he goes out to eat, he eats what he wants. Drinks his pop, eats his chips, and that's what's hard on him. And I know that. But I love him, and it's a habit. We get in these habits. I've been there. I still, every once in a while, want some sugar, and what I do is use that little bit of squeezy stuff in my, I use the monk fruit sometimes. I just want that taste. I'm going to make my cookies today and his cookies, so I have my swerve. That'll be my sugar for those cookies, which is great for me. Doesn't hurt me, and it doesn't make me fat. So I'm glad about that. Now, if I overeat them, probably, yeah, but, we'll see how it goes. I haven't had them for about 5 days. Do I really need them? No, but it's just something to have when I want something to munch on. So I do that. And, a lot of people want it down the keto way of eating and a carnivore way of eating. Don't down it till you try it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill you. If you're already on all these drugs that the doctors are giving you, that's what's going to kill you. Sorry to say. Since my husband's in office metformin, I noticed he gets up in the morning and straight to the bathroom. It's not this wobbling around, and I'm praying the whole time when I wake up and he goes to the bathroom, Lord, please don't let him fall. Don't let him fall into the bathtub. Don't let him get hurt. That's what you do for your loved ones. They're hurting. You know that they're dizzy. And anybody who's had vertigo, you know how bad it is. That is why I started taking my B complex supplement that I get from Amazon. It has been the best thing, because the minute I read about this. Dr. Barry just talked about himself taking it. And I seen where somebody says they started taking it and they got rid of vertigo. Well, I was getting the vertigo back, and I thought, hey, maybe that's my problem. So I ordered it. Took it. My vertigo, thank you, Lord, has not come back. And I think it's because my B complex in my body was low, which was causing this to happen. So I'm great now. I don't have that problem. I lay down at night. I'm not dizzy. I have to get up in the morning. I'm not dizzy. My husband, I'm just so pleased And I asked him about bending over and doing his golf ball on the tee. When he come up, he was really, really dizzy. He says he gets a little bit, but nothing like he was. And I'm like, thank you, thank you. So, God puts the information out there for us, whether we take it and use it. That's up to us. Free will, people. That's what he tells us. Free will. It's up to us to accept him. Just like it is any of the good things he gives us. We either accept them or we don't. So what you got to do first and foremost is fix your body inside with what you're eating. And I'm not just saying this. You all know this. This is not something that is new. We've been taught you are what you eat. And I have this little thing that I'll show you. It's called an alkalinity sheet. This comes with my vitamin D3 pills that I get from Bob Barefoot. And it actually does work. And I'll tell you a little story about Bob Barefoot. He went to a hospital. And these are for it's pH paper for your alkalinity in your body. When our alkalinity is really, really, really low, that's when we're very bad open for disease. And our body's already into a disease. And if it's yellow, a 4.5, that's real bad. That's where you're actually dying. That's just all there is to it. Your body has shut down to that point, and sometimes there's no return, other than pray and do things. And sometimes then it's time for you to go. There's nothing no one can do about that. But I did my strip this morning to see what I was, and I'm a 7.5, which is fantastic. That's where you want your alkalinity to be. And that makes your body like in a ketosis state. And when he went to this hospital, he had talked to, and the nurse there understood exactly what he was doing. She agreed with it. There was doctors who didn't, of course. But he went into this place and he's talking to all these little old ladies, and the lady said, "Will you do one on us?" He said, "Well, sure." And he found out when they ate and everything, and he did the alkalinity test on them. Well, he was so shocked because all of them come back yellow, which was eternal disease that's going to kill you. And they were already dying, and they knew that. And the lady wanted to tell him, "Don't be upset, Doc. We knew that. We just wanted to see if your thing was true." And he said, "Well, it's showing yellow, and I hate to say that." And they said, "No, we know we're dying. Our body is at that point. We're never going to live forever. Unless you know the Lord Jesus and you'll go on to life for eternity. You will live forever. Your body may die, but your spirit goes on to God. And that's the most important thing. Whether you're really well inside and you're healthy, that's up to you to want to be. No one can make you want to be healthy. Some people like being sick. I guess it's their way of getting attention and someone to care about them. And that's a sad world that we have to be sick to get someone to care about us. And it's there though, because when you're well, people just, they're doing great. I haven't heard from a lady, they must be doing fine. I haven't heard from them, but yet they could be dying and you wouldn't know it. And so it's kind of a sad world we live in, but that's where we're at. And to let you know, it's just, it's a hard thing. And I just want to put things out there to let you know, keto diet's not bad. Watch your high oxalate foods. Get away from them when you're on keto. There's a lot of good low oxalate things you can eat and even drink that won't hurt you, like water and coffee. Your high oxalates can be black tea and green tea. They're high in oxalates. I quit drinking so much tea because of that. I drink more coffee than anything now, and water with lemon in it. It's a very good detox, your water and lemon is. I just don't do a lot of it because, they say the lemon can be bad for your teeth. People sometimes drink it through a straw. That way it eliminates taking the enamel off your teeth from the acid in it. But in saying all this, I just care, and I try to tell you. But this Dr. Schmidt, who I just listened to a couple of these videos, very interesting man. You can go on YouTube and look him up. I'll put his name down below in my descriptions. And the video I watched was about mitochondria, which is a very important thing in your body you need to learn about. Gout, I hate to tell people this. When you have the gout inflammation, yes, while you are having gout, he will tell you stay away from red meats. Get your gout fixed. How do you do that? Get away from carbs and get away from sugar. And the reason is that's what makes the uric acid, is the sugar and the carbs. He says get off of it. Start doing your body a favor. You know, if you have a person in your life you love and you don't want them sick and you don't want to be sick and be a burden to them, you owe it to yourself to fix that, because you love that person or people so much you don't want to be there. And diseases are curable if you really work hard on them. It's just like the lady who, Dr. Thaddeus, Gala Thaddeus' mom, was in a wheelchair with MS. Her hopes was up. She was totally figured, I'm done. The rest of my life I'll be in a wheelchair. But guess what? He went on to discover the inflammation of eating certain foods is what caused his mother to be in that wheelchair. So when he was going through, and this is years later, she got it when he was 10 or 12. He was now, I think, 24 in college or whatever, 23, 24, whenever it was. In that time period between 20 and 24, he went into chiropractic studies. He was a chiropractor. Still is. And you can follow him on YouTube, I think. I know he does have a Facebook page. But his mother was in a wheelchair, and they had to redo the whole house for her because that's what you have to do. He called his mom and said, Mom, do this for me. He said, please do this for me. He said, change your diet right now. This is what I don't want you to eat, and this is what I want you to eat. His mother did this. Within a year, she was out of her wheelchair. It may have been less than that. Follow him, read his story about his mom, listen to his mom. She has videos that she talks about it. It is a lifesaver by changing the way we eat. And everybody says, vegetables are good, God made them. He did make them. But you stop and think. When God made those vegetables, they were pure. They were great. We as humans have manipulated all the vegetables by hybrid them. As the hibernation of them, changing them. We use pesticides on all the foods. It's so hard on our body and we don't even realize it. We eat it. And so I don't eat vegetables. They're so high in oxalates. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the pain and agony in my gut when I do. If I eat strawberries, doesn't bother me. Blueberries doesn't bother me. Not so sure about the yogurt. I ate it the other day with some blueberries and things just didn't work out too good with that. So I'm not sure about yogurt. Even though I like yogurt, occasionally I may do it, but not no more like I did. It's just certain things your body tells you. Hey, if I'm going to eat and it's going to make me sick, I don't want it. It's just like eating poison food. You don't want it. So what I'm going to tell you is this. Care about yourself. I'll do some videos every once in a while and put that out there. But if you have gout and you have dizziness and things, think about changing your diet. Get away from the sugars. Get away from the breads. Get away from the high carb food. Go to low carb, high good fats. Not canola oil, not vegetable oil, not Crisco oil, not soybean oil. Either avocado, coconut oil you can eat, avocado oil. I said that, but I'm saying it again. What's the other oil I use? Olive oil, butter, bacon grease. I'm going to tell you, that's what you need to cook with, not this other stuff. It's synthetic oils. You may as well just take it and oil your car down or grease your door handles with it, because that's what it is. It's just oil that we are not supposed to be putting in our body. So all I can do is put the information out there. All you can do is listen. Apply it to your life or don't apply it to your life. That's your choice. And I did do a video, I'll tell you. I did just my little video here. What was it? Oh, the frog. I just did Joe the Frog. And it was about Adam and Eve. So I hope if you're listening to this, you let your little grandkids or children watch the video. It's a cute little video. Not very long. And Also, one other thing I want to tell you that Dr. Schmidt had a person ask him about, because he was reading some of the comments on his video and answering questions that people were asking while he was on live at one of his things. And one thing was, a person asked, will meat help your sinuses? He said, absolutely. It will help your sinuses. And if you have a mold sinus infection, he said the best thing to do is to get that stuff and spray up your nose to get rid of it. And he said there's a thing called black cumin seed. So you need to check that out if you're having bad sinus trouble. But like he says, eat meat. Get away from all this processed foods that's killing you. That's all I can say, guys. Well, y'all have a blessed day, and I pray that everybody's doing well. And also want to let you know an update on our friend who had his kidney removed. He's doing well. Doing well. We heard last night. We talked to him on the phone, and he said he's doing okay. He's supposed to get out of the hospital today. So keep him in your prayers. And all those who's sick and ill, a lot of them we don't know, but we can ask. We can lift them up to God. He knows who they are. He knows what they need. Pray for your families. Pray for the president. That God gives him the wisdom. And we just have to support him. That's what we're supposed to do. And pray for these Congress people who is so corrupt right now that the truth come out. And it is. Slowly but surely, the truth is coming out on their corruption. So keep that in prayer. I think that's something important that we need to do. Well, everybody, I love you. You have a great day. Sorry this has been a long video, but I'm talking today. I'm going to go bake some cookies. Talk to y'all later. God bless. Bye-bye.